My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for today's session of Shakti Darshana. Today, we are taking up the topic of awakening the heart. Shakti is awakening of energy. Intellectual energy is called pradna, heart energy is called prema, and physical energy is called prana. Pradna, prema, prana. Today, we are taking up the topic of awakening the heart center. Awakening the heart energy. Okay. It's called bhakti or devotion. Let us offer our pranams to Guru Parampara. Om Chaitanyam Shashwatam Shantam Vyomatitam Niranjanam Bindunada Kalatitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. This is the 8th session of Shakti Darshana. In this session, we'll take up the topic of upasana or meditation. The 8th session is focusing on meditation, upasana. The 3 series of lectures or classes, workshops, covered different aspects of the inner self. The first series is called Atma Darshana. Last week we completed Atma Darshana. Is inquiry into who am I. Shakti Darshana is inquiry into what am I. Satya Darshana is to live in the light or light of awareness. Where am I? Today is the session called Shakti Darshana or awakening the energy. So what energy we are speaking of? Today is a session related to awakening of the heart center. It's called bhakti, devotion. There is a supreme principle I, Paramatma, who manifests as I am, which we call God Self or Ishvara, God Self, Ishvara, manifesting in our life at 3 centers, Pradna, Prema, and Prana. Pradna is awareness, consciousness. Prema is love in the heart, and Prana is the energy in the body. So these 3 centers. This being a Shakti Darshana class, we are considering the awakening of the heart center. The awakening of heart center is called upasana in Vedanta. Awakening the wisdom center is called Jnana Yoga or Nididhyasa. Upasana and Nididhyasa. Awakening the energy center is called Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga, Upasana, and Jnana. So these are the 3 ways. Today the focus is Upasana. So let me tell a story. Swami Vivekananda went to a king's place. The king was Western educated. He had heard of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa worshipping Mother Kali. He says, these are all old fashioned. How can you worship an idol? Okay. So then Vivekananda looks at a photo which is there in the palace. The photo is the mother of king. So he asks the minister, take that photo and spit on that photo. The minister is trembling. How can I do that? The king is angry. How can you spit on my mother's photo? So Vivekananda asks him, is it your mother? The photo is your mother? No. Then why are you worried? No, the photo is reminding me my mother. That's why I respect. So similarly, all upasana, what is done in the society, India today, India or anywhere, is reminder of the divine through a form or a name. Okay. So many people think that it's a lower level practice. It is not. So there are many people who believe that Hindus are idol worshippers. To the extent they go and destroy the idols also. So people don't understand the difference between idol worship, ideal worship, and deity worship. Why do you worship anything in life? You respect and honor something which uplifts you, elevates you, inspires you. That we call as worship. Okay. Putting flower, putting lighting a lamp, and all those things are way of worshiping. That itself is not worship. Somebody is putting a lot of flowers and chanting mantra. Don't think that he has a great devotee. The worship or bhakti is inner attitude, inner feeling, expressed in the outer way. So today we are taking the upasana. The upasana comes from the word upadhi. Upadhi means conditioning, conditioned reality. So with the conditioned reality, you are pointing to unconditioned reality or supreme reality. That is called upasana. In we go through a process of neti, not this, not this, not this. It's a negation of conditioning. In upasana, you use the same conditioning to point out to reality. The same conditioning is used, not negating something. Understand? Negation, I'm not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the intellect, is negation. On the other hand, body is the self, mind is the self, intellect is the self, iti is upasana. But self is not the body, self is not the mind, self is not the intellect. The other way. Water appears as wave, bubble, and foam. Foam is water, wave is water, and ocean is water. This is called iti. Upasana is iti. You are using whatever conditions are there, you will use it. Jnana is neti. Not this. Water is not foam, water is not wave, water is not bubble. So you have to understand, both are same, pointing to same reality in different way. That's why do not be berate or feel bad, feel some bhakta or is lower level than a jnani. It's not. So bhakta uses all conditioning to find the reality. A jnani removes all conditioning to find the reality. Upadhi, upasana means iti. All things are there. God is there in that. Okay. So there are many people who use a sentence in Upanishad. Na tasya pratima asti. Na tasya pratima asti. In Rigveda, Shukla Yajurveda. There is, people say there is no pratima or image of God is not possible. Okay. This is the main criticism used by other religions to point out faults in our way of understanding life. Na tasya pratima asti. Okay. So this is because And we also because Western educated, we start understanding our life through eyes of the Westerners. So Pratima has many meanings. Okay. Pratima means there's nothing in the world which is exactly like Brahman. There's nothing in the world exactly like Brahman. That's called Pratima. Not that there's no image of Brahman. That's why people came and destroyed our temple, saying that you are worshipping image of God. They don't understand the concept behind Sanatana Dharma processes, systems. We are not worshipping image of God. Natasya Pratima Asti means there's nobody exactly like him. The meaning of this we'll understand it slowly. So it is that said that gopis got together on a Gauri Puja day. The young gopis. They prayed to Divine Mother, bless us and husband like Krishna. There's nobody who is like Krishna. Only Krishna can be the husband then. Understand? There's nobody like Vishnu. In reality, there's nobody like you. There is no copy for possible anything for anybody. There's nobody like you in 8 billion population. You are unique. Then how can be somebody like Brahman anywhere? That's the meaning of Pratika. Universe, everything is unique. Your two fingerprints are unique. Two leaves in the universe are unique. There are no two leaves which have identical vein shape. Everything being unique in the universe. There's no other possible for me. How can be anything like Brahman anywhere? He is unique and supreme. That's the meaning of that. It doesn't mean that there's no image for Brahman. Pratika, we are taking the word called image. But image you have to take in another way that I'll explain to you what is the meaning of image. So this is an argument very strong, very constantly being used against Sanatana Dharma. You are idol worshippers. We are not idol worshippers. Okay. What are we? Somebody is pointing a finger at the moon. Do not catch hold of the finger and say it's moon. Moon is where it's being pointed out. Guru is walking with the disciple. Shishya asks, what is Brahman? I heard so many, Satchidananda Swarupa and all. Guru says, look at that moon. The dog which is walking with the Guru looks at the finger of the Guru because it doesn't understand what is the word moon. Shishya understands what is moon and looks at the moon. So you have to understand the teaching to look at the reality rather than the fingers pointing. Don't get hung up with words. Find the direction to find the reality. Dog cannot understand the meaning of the word moon, so it's looking at the finger. So the most of the people who don't understand the process of Sanatana Dharma, they are looking at the finger, not at what is being pointed by the finger. So entire teaching of Sanatana is look at the finger, look at what is being pointed by the finger. Everything is pointed to the Brahman in the universe. There's nothing which is not a pointer to Brahman in the universe. So Upasana we can understand through a national flag. National flag we respect, we honor. In fact, people die for the national flag. People fight for the national flag. Okay. Why? National flag is used as a pratika or pratima. Pratika or pratima for the nation. A country of 1 billion plus people, culture, heritage, the technology achievements, everything is represented through a piece of cloth, which you can get for 100 rupees. So what is the flag doing? The flag is representing India, but flag is not India. With the flag, we are offering respect to the country, any country for that matter. Citizens offer respect to the country with the flag as a pratika, a symbol. So, does the flag contain industries of India? Does the flag contain people of India? No. Flag is actually pointing to the country, culture, heritage, and living country like India. Right? So, all upasanas done in temple, at home, everything is a pointer to the reality. Do not catch hold of finger which is pointing to the reality. Look at the reality. That's why pratika upasana or pratima upasana is a valid means. Because human mind cannot comprehend. If the moment you say Bharata, we cannot comprehend the diversity, the people, the culture, the technology, history of India. We need a quicker way of pointing out that. That's called flag. So now, again, our mind works in duality. Okay. So there's reality, which is unconditioned, formless. So the flag is just a pointer. Okay. So flag is not reality. That's how we'll come to conclusion. But reality, unmanifest reality and manifest reality is related as water, wave, and ocean. The water only is appearing as wave and ocean. The Brahman only is appearing as a photo or a vigraha. Appearing as. Brahman is not photo, Brahman is not a vigraha. But vigraha is Brahman, photo is Brahman. See, this bidirectional logic is not, this logic, if you don't understand, will not be able to understand reality. Krishna's idol in the temple is Krishna. But Krishna is not the idol. That's the other way. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara. Guru is Brahma, Guru is Vishnu, Guru is Maheshwara. But Brahman is not Guru, Vishnu or Maheshwara. Brahman is beyond all this. So please understand, Upasana is a process of going iti, iti, iti. Why it's important? Because our mind starts thinking, oh, it's all formless reality. What are you thinking of form? Form is just mithya. That's not there. Or form only is reality. Form is reality, but reality is not form. This you don't understand. Oh, Jagat is mithya. Brahma Satya. Jagat is mithya. Nothing is there in the world. Or Jagat is Brahman, yeah. Brahman is not Jagat, but Jagat is Brahman. No. If you don't understand the Vedantic teaching, you'll go into a false logic. So Jagat is mithya. Then you start neglecting everything in the world. Okay, don't care. Okay, that's not true. Jagat, world is Brahman. But Brahman is not the world. Infinite is never finite, but finite is always infinite. The finite name and form is just our mental conception. Reality, when I look at the form, we are looking at the totality itself. Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you touched God, sir? God. Have you given a shake hand to God? Yes or no? Don't give half answers.
Yes. From the angle of form. Yes.
Don't give angle and all. I want a yes or no.
Okay, yes.
No politically correct answer.
Yes.
He has given shake hand to God. Have you done? See, this is where our problem is. Because we have a concept of God. Anything you touch, you're touching God. Because God is all pervading. A child comes and says, uncle, 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 it will say like this. Okay. No, this is my hand. I am not uncle. You can't say. Hey, uncle means my hand is touching. I am uncle only is touching. Anything you touch, anything you see in the world, anything you feel is nothing but God only. Because of your wrong concepts, you'll miss the God everywhere. Everything is God because God is all pervading. That's why Isha Vasyamidam Sarvam. Iti, you have to find God. Neti, you have to find God. Both. But both are not opposite of each other. This is our famous scientist called Einstein. He writes an equation called E is equal to mc square. Means mass can be converted into energy. So with that, a lot of energy is released from nuclear explosion, nuclear bomb. A small piece of one or two atoms can, if you explode, a lot of energy will be released. Now, everybody will be fooled to say E is equal to mc square, the energy is there in that. E is mc square is a formula representing the reaction, representing the reality. Okay. By putting a photo of E is equal to mc square, you will never be able to make a nuclear bomb. You have to use E is equal to mc square to realize the capability of nuclear bomb. E is equal to mc square is given as a pointer to realize something. Right? So scientists give a formula to the reality, whereas Rishis give a form to the reality. Rishis are also scientists. Rishis also give something to the form to the reality. The formless reality or all pervading reality, a form is given by Rishis. Rishis are spiritual scientists. These are physical scientists. Physical scientists are giving a formula and spiritual scientists are giving a form. Both are trying to point to a reality. Huh? I'll tell you, right? So, the form which is given by Rishi is called Vigraha in Sanskrit. Vigraha. Vigraha of Rama, Vigraha of Krishna, right? Vigraha means Vishishta Grahana. It helps us to understand, Grahana means grasp. Grasp the reality in a very specific way. So, Dharma is a concept. Dharma is a big, very vague concept. But Dharma concept is told us through the reality, Vigraha of Rama. Ramo, Vigraha, Dharma. Just like E is equal to mc square is telling us the energy, Rama as Vigraha, Rama as consciousness, telling us the infinite potential of human beings, Dharma. Form is given by physical scientists, formula is given by physical scientists, form is given by Rishis. Both the purpose is to point to reality. Why the difference is, E is equal to mc square is giving a reality, the material reality, energy. Whereas form is given to understand consciousness reality. This is our own nature. So the formula helps us to open up the power. The form helps us to open up the divine potential in us. The difference between form and formula is clear. Both are scientists. Okay. But what we do definitely, in case of scientists, we don't put a E equal to mc square photo or Einstein's photo and don't do puja. Okay, because we know Einstein's pointing to reality, I have to use the reality. Whereas with Vigraha, we do puja. Okay, nothing wrong in that. Puja means respecting, worshipping. But limiting to puja is a problem. You have to go beyond the puja. You have to go into the reality beyond the puja. Then many people confuse deity worship with the idol worship. We go and prostrate in front of a deity, Sri Ramachandra in Ayodhya. Namaskar. But we don't do prostrate a deity which is kept in the museum, a idol which is kept in the museum. What is the difference? So, idol is any form which is available. But deity is a specialized form where divine consciousness is invoked as prana, the life force. With the specialized Vedic processes, the mantras, the consciousness is invoked into the deity in the form of Vigraha. Vigraha is not idol. Vigraha is conscious being. A subtle body is created for the Vigraha. The stone, human beings have consciousness, but stone cannot have consciousness. Or stone has consciousness, but manifestation is not possible. For manifestation of consciousness, subtle body is required. And with specialized Vedic knowledge, subtle body is created for a deity. And consciousness of the deity is invoked into the Vigraha. So that we worship. That's why we do not worship idol. We worship the deity. The deity is manifest as a consciousness in that idol. That we worship. So people confuse idol worship as deity worship. And also we confuse idol worship with the ideal worship. The deity represents an ideal. Rama represents an ideal called dharma. That is being offered respect. It's not the statue which is being offered respect. The consciousness in that, the ideal of dharma which is there in that is being offered respect. Other people think, oh, these people are very primitive people. They'll worship this statue. Tomorrow they'll worship in some stone on the street. It's much more than that. So in Vedic period, the Upasana was, there were no idols or vigrahas which are there as of today. Rama, Krishna, or so Vedic period, what Upasana was done, they're doing Upasana to natural elements. The wind, the fire, the water, earth. The cosmic forces they were worshipping. For cosmic forces, they are respecting to represent the consciousness. Today's concept of vigraha, the sculpture, or photo was not there. So let us take it the fire offering. Okay. So you put something into fire, swaha, swaha. Okay. Now people come back and say they are fire worshippers. See, people don't understand the difference, detail, understanding this thing. Oh, you people worship fire. Nobody worships fire. Fire is called Havya Vahana. It's a vehicle. Havya Vahana. Havis means offering. Havya Vahana means one who takes our offering and takes it to somebody. Courier. So people are not worshipping fire. People who don't understand this, they'll say, oh, these people are fire worshippers. Who worships fire? So the Agni in Vedic knowledge, in Sanskrit words have different level of meaning. Agani. A means no. Ga means gati. Ni means niyati. One which has no motion, one who has no moving ability, he gives the motion to that, is called Agni. Only conscious being can motion to give unconscious. That's why Agni is nothing but willpower of God. Ishvara Icha. The power, will of God is called Agni. And Agni is called Havya Vahana because you put something into the fire. Let's say you put a coconut. The coconut gets burnt and converted to subtle form. A grass becomes subtle, and the subtle form, it reaches the devatas or divine. That's the understanding. So devatas require subtle form of offering. The fire converts the gross into subtle. The fire also represent consciousness in us. Chaitanya. Whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you touch, whatever you smell is an offering to the consciousness inside. When you take food, you are offering to God actually. You think that you are taking food to yourself. Who is yourself? The food is taken, digested by the consciousness, fire of consciousness, and ultimately experienced by consciousness. The mind doesn't experience it. Mind experiences through consciousness, experiences through the mind. It's the God only experiences. One who sees through your eyes, one who hears through the ears, one who touches, tastes through tongue is God, Ishvara. In fact, you have not done anything in life. Everything is happening through you. God only is functioning through you. That's the meaning of Brahmarpanam, Brahmahavihi, Brahmagno, Brahmanahavatam, Brahmaiva, Tena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma, Samadhina. We are offering to Brahman, the Ishvara. The fire is Ishvara. The Havis, what we are offering to the fire is also Ishvara. And one who is offering also Ishvara. If you understand this, you will get free. You become free. The consciousness. In fact, I say, I see. I use, he sees, she sees. Nobody can see. Instrument cannot see. Through the instrument, one who is seeing is God. Consciousness. Chaitanya. One who is experiencing through the instrument is Chaitanya. My experience, my personal experience. What personal experience? There's only consciousness experience through all the bodies. Is the real experiencer, real seer, real hearer, real knower, real thinker is consciousness. But of course, consciousness itself doesn't do anything. With the instrument, it does something. What you call is Uma is the instrument of God. When Uma eats, she thinks Uma is eating. Uma is digesting. Uma is enjoying. Uma cannot. Uma is just an instrument. One who sees, one who eats, one who touches, one who feels is God. Everything is offering to God. We are looking for God somewhere, right? So that's where there's a saying in Sanatana Dharma, Go Brahmanebhyo Shubhamasti Nityam. Okay. Please understand, in Sanatana Dharma, everything is done through Pratika or Pratima, always focusing on the reality. Pratika or Pratima is a means to remember constantly the reality. Why fire is worshipped? Why fire is taken as Pratika, Pratika or Pratima, Pratika for God? Because fire, the light is there in the morning, light is there for cooking, light is there in the puja room, light is there when you go out. So constantly you are reminded of God as the form of light. The fire is representative of Atma Jyoti, a pointer to the reality. Like a flag is pointed to the country. The fire is pointed to the light of the self, Atma Jyoti. That's why they use the Yadna. That's why they're cooking also they do. And see the way the process was, early morning you light the Yadna fire and use that Yadna fire to do cooking fire. So everything is an offering to God. Then you go out, there's sunlight. Everywhere the light is there, which represents the inner light, Atma Jyoti, Antar Jyoti, Bahir Jyoti, Pratyak Jyoti, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyoti, Swayam Jyoti, Atma Jyoti, Shivosmiham. So everything is a pointer to reality. The fire is one good pointer. The cow is another good pointer. For whom? In ancient India, everybody aspiration is to become Brahmana. So Brahmana not by profession. Janma karmacha. Brahmana means one who knows Brahman. Brahmadnani is called Brahmana. That's the aspiration of the society. To become enlightened. So Brahmana is not by birth or jati. Brahmana is not by profession. So Brahmana by wisdom. One who knows Brahman is called Brahmana. The aspiration of society is to become Brahmana. Right? Brahmadnani. The enlightened one. Okay. Go Brahmanayobhyo Shubhamastriti means go, cow is representing a Brahmadnani at home. With Pratika, Pratima. You need something to remind you about Brahmadnani. Brahmadnani is the aspiration of the society. So the cow is sattvic in nature. Okay. And what cow does? It takes grass. Anyway, you don't have to feed it. It'll go and eat some grass. But it'll give you milk, which nourishes the whole family. So similarly, Brahmadnani does not take anything from society or takes some meaning from society, but nourishes the entire society. So cow is embodiment of Brahmadnani. Cow is not worshipped because it's commercial value. Oh, milk is there, which is commercially valuable. Today, milk is okay. So much of milk money I'm earning because of cow. Or that gobar gas I'm producing. Not because of commercial value. Because cow is worshipped as a sattva, the quality. Cow is sattvic animal. And cow takes very little from the society and gives milk in it, which nourishes the entire society. Similarly, Brahmadnani takes very little from society. He doesn't need anything. But he gives so much to society. Society gets nourished. Milk is nourishment to the body. Atma-dnana or Brahma-dnana is nourishment to the soul. That's why they put a cow in the house and did a puja after the cows as a representative of Brahmana. That's why Go Brahmana Vishubham Smriti. Brahmana means Brahmadnani. Those people who don't understand Sanatana, they say, oh, these people are Brahmanas have made this British quotation. Okay, they are actually some hidden agenda is there. Brahmana means Brahmadnani. The cow represents Brahmana. So if there was a photo earlier, I'll put a photo of a Brahmadnani at my house and do some worship, respect every morning. But earlier days, they didn't have photo concept. A living embodiment of Brahmadnani becomes the cow. And cow has all the devatas, means Brahmadnani has become everything in the universe. He has become Brahman. So that way, the cow was worshipped. That's why Go Brahmane Shubhamastu Nityam. Then Guru is worshipped. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru is nothing but Ishvara. Guru is Ishvara, but Ishvara is not Guru. Ishvara is all pervading. But Guru represents Ishvara in the form of Dana. So we have to understand this Upasana very clearly, otherwise we'll get confused. Guru is Brahma only, Guru is Vishnu only, Guru is Ishvara only. Just like wave is water only. But water is not wave, the other way. Ishvara is not. But Ishvara and Guru become one in a Brahmadnani, because Brahmadnani has no separate identity. There's no Ishvara and Guru, Brahmadnani there. Yes.
You're saying Guru is Ishvara, but Ishvara is not Guru.
See, necklace is there, chain is there, ring is there. Necklace is gold, chain is gold, ring is gold. Okay. They are forms of gold. But gold is not necklace, gold is not chain, gold is not ring. Because gold is something much larger than necklace, chain, or ring.
Gold is the real substance. No?
Gold is a substance. Right? You are Brahman, you are Ishvara, he is Ishvara. All of us are Ishvara only. Tattvamasi means you are Ishvara only. The Guru is a special form of Ishvara, where the teaching of Ishvara is given very clearly. Right? Ultimately, the essential nature of Ishvara is given clearly, because Guru has realized oneness with the Ishvara. That's the meaning of Ishvara, Guru, Atmeda. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
It is like set and subset.
Set and subset.
It's not only, gold is not only necklace. Necklace is gold, gold is also so many other.
Gold is many more things.
So Ishvara is Guru. Ishvara can be more than
Guru is Ishvara,
Guru is Ishvara.
but Ishvara is more than Guru.
More than-
Right? So you just to say Ishvara is Guru only, then you are limiting Ishvara. But Guru is the highest form of Ishvara, because highest form of Ishvara is the teaching, Jnana. That comes from Guru. That's Guru is equal to Parabrahma, Guru, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma. Directly equal to Brahman, Ishvara. Are we clear? So, cow is worshipped not because it gives milk. Cow is worshipped not because it gives manure. Cow is worshipped not because it is a domesticated animal. Cow is worshipped in Sanatana Dharma as a representative pratika of Brahman, Brahmadna. Brahmana, Brahmadnani. See, the pratika upasana will be very simple to understand, right? Okay. Open your mobile phone. What is the picture is there in the screen? See, it's my wife's, yeah. I have to remember my wife. it's my fiancé, yeah. Right? So basically, we are putting some symbol, some pointer for what we want to constantly remember. That's called pratika or pratima. But difference in the pratika and pratima in the world is your photo of your fiancé is not fiancé. It's a pointer to fiancé. But pratika of Brahman is Brahman only. That's the difference. Because nothing can be separate from Brahman. Your photo can be separate from fiancé. Are you understanding logic? Huh?
Yeah.
Understand? Your photo of fiancé is not fiancé. It's a pointer to fiancé. But pratika of Brahman is Brahman only, because Brahman cannot be separate from anything. Correct, no? See, human mind starts splitting. What is the material world? Starts super. Oh, photo of fiancé is not fiancé. That's why photo of Brahman is not Brahman. Photo of Brahman is Brahman only, because Brahman cannot be separated from photo. Is this logic clear to you? Have you understood? See, this is where a lot of confusion happens. Oh, this is a symbol pointed to that. Okay, symbol and pointed are separate. Photo of my boyfriend is not my boyfriend. Very clear. But photo of God is God only, because God cannot be separated from photo. That's why what we call as Isha Vasya Midam Sarvam. Everywhere God is present. How can you separate God from its photo? But we start applying logic which I have to apply to my photo and my fiancé. That's where our logic fails.
That is a point of the Brahman. This is a point of the Brahman.
That's I'm using the
That time this is also Brahman.
I'm saying I'm using same your language first to find out what is the fallacy in your language. I'm using your language. This is the pointer to God. Correct. Then I'm saying there are pointers in the world. Okay, photo is pointing to fiancé, but fiancé is not photo. So I'm pointing to fallacy. This logic, if you can apply to Brahman, it doesn't work there.
So the idol or deity itself is Brahman.
Idol or deity is Brahman. Tvam, you are Brahman.
They are not pointers.
They are not pointers to Brahman. No, you can use it as a pointer to Brahman. That's called Upasana. But when you realize it's Brahman, it's called realization. Until you realize that whole nature, it becomes a pointer. That's called Upasana. That's why you are using Upadhi.
Realized person, all pointers are Brahman.
For realized person, there's no other. All pointers are dropped. That's only Brahman everywhere.
Ramakrishna Mission.
Huh?
Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to invoke.
Yeah, that will come. I have that. So, are we clear now? So now, the highest form of pointer to the divinity is the human body. Because consciousness is manifested in stone. Existence aspect is more in stone respect to consciousness. Sat aspect is more in stone. Chit aspect is less. In human beings and living beings, Sat and Chit are more. In Atma Dhyani or Brahma Dhyani, Sat, Chit, Ananda is more. So
this is more than that prana pratishtha because of that human body.
Yes. In human body, when you invoke divinity, it's higher than that. So the God is appearing in all the living beings and non-living beings. In non-living beings, he is appearing as Sat existence. In living beings, he is appearing as Chit. In enlightened beings, he is appearing as Sat Chit Ananda. So each is pointer, higher and higher pointer. But we worship Avatara Purushas. Okay? Like Rama, Krishna and all. Why? Because the divine qualities, higher and higher level of awareness, higher and higher level of power is manifested through these beings. So finally, we have to realize God within, because within you have the possibility of realizing God as Sat, Chit and Ananda. 3. That's why God is the temple, body is the temple of God to start with for a bhakta. Then body is the kingdom of God for Gnani. You start body as the temple of God first. Then you realize body is the kingdom of God, not my kingdom. So body is the temple of God, is God is inside the temple. Right? You go inside the temple to find God. But once you find the God, then you realize that I and God are not separate. There's no two. Then God is not, body is not the temple of God. Body becomes the kingdom of God to operate in the world. Instrument of God. Instrument of God, kingdom of God. Where body, God rules. Now otherwise ego rules. I and God. That's called Dhritarashtra and Krishna. Bhagavad Gita class if you are listening. So, is this clear? Let us meditate for some time. Close your eyes. People say, I want to find God. I will go to Himalayas, sit in caves, do some meditation. The difficulty is, how do you miss God? Where can you miss God? Everything is the expression of God. Living and non-living. Moving and non-moving. Mountain and valleys. The wind and fire and water and earth. Everything is the expression of God. Ishvara. Where can you miss the expression? Where can you miss God? A bhakta seeks God in everything. The bhakta's approach is, devotee's approach is iti, iti, iti. God is everywhere. A jnani's approach is neti, neti, neti. Not this, not this, not this. People think the vigraha or the form is a lower form of worship of God, because God is formless. This is the peculiarity of human mind. Form is appearing as formless. Formless is appearing as form. They are not two separate. There's no two things called formless and form. There's nothing called word and Brahman. If you are thinking that word and Brahman is there, then you are splitting world and Brahman. Then Jagat is Mithya, world is Mithya. If you realize Brahman alone exists, the world is Brahman, then world is Satya. Everything in the world is God, Ishvara. Whatever you see, whatever you touch, whatever you feel, whatever you smell is nothing but God. One who sees, one who touches, one who hears, one who smells is God, Ishvara. God alone exists, inner reality and outer reality. Others will separate out. Our human mind is very good in separating out, splitting, duality. So we have a Vigraha, a form of God, a Rama. Rama is Vigrahavan Dharma. Rama represents highest quality of divinity called Dharma. To understand Dharma in a special way, it's called Vigraha. Vigraha means Vishishta Grahana, a special understanding, grasp. Scientists give formula to understand the truth. Rishis give form to understand the truth. So the Vigraha in the temple is God only appearing as Vigraha. But we should not confuse God as Vigraha. Like water appears as wave, bubble, and ocean. Bubble is water, wave is water, ocean is water. But water is something more than bubble, ocean, or wave. You have to apply the concept of subset and superset. The Vigraha in the temple is energized form of God, where Prana Pratishthapana is done. Human body, we can invoke divinity because Tattvamasi means you are Brahman. Brahman is the reality. We have to constantly contemplate the truth. I am Brahman. Everything is Brahman. Other than Brahman, nothing is there. God alone exists. Ishvara alone exists. There's nothing other than Ishvara. There's something other than Ishvara is a concept of the mind. The photo of my friend is not friend. It's just a pointer to the friend. But in the universe, everything is pointed to Ishvara and everything is Ishvara only in that form. But Ishvara is not that form. This distinction you have to understand. Because Ishvara is all pervading reality. The God is all pervading reality. In the stone, he appears as existence. In the living beings, he appears as existence and consciousness. In the enlightened beings, he appears as Sat Chit Ananda. Each is a higher and higher level of pointer to God, but everything is God. Iti, iti, iti. There's nothing other than God. There's nothing other than Ishvara. Otherwise, we'll keep on searching for Ishvara, who is formless, thinking that form and formless are two different entities. Form is formless, formless is form. That's why Buddha says, samsara is nirvana and nirvana is samsara. Human one wants to separate out, only find out one thing. Let us with the understanding. Everything is God. Inner and outer reality is God. The formless Sachidananda Swarupa is appearing as form. The wave cannot be separate from water. Nothing can be separate from God, which is myself, my Atma. Real I principle cannot be separate from totality. I am God. The universe is God. One reality pervades everything. That you are Tattvamasi. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nanu Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivanamnani Shivoham 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 Atmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Brahmadarshanam Satyadarshanam Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyakjyotihi Paratpara Jyotireva Jyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Atma Jyotihi Shivosmiham Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Anybody has a question on Zoom? Any questions? In YouTube, any questions? Manasa Bhatt, Vasudha, and Prashna idya?
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಗುರುಜಿ, ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ.
Yes, Vasudha.
Guruji, the samsara is nirvana. Nirvana is not samsara. Nirvana is samsara.
Samsara is nirvana. Nirvana is appearing as samsara. The other way.
Okay. Sorry.
Right? Formless is appearing as form, and form is appearing as formless. Form is nothing but formless.
Okay.
Right? Yenagtide, people have a confusion. Saguna Brahman, Nirguna Brahman. Nirguna Brahman is real, Saguna Brahman is not real. Right? This is actually splitting the wave and water. Are you able to understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Guruji.
So people come, only Nirguna Brahma is real. Formless is reality. Form is nothing. You are all useless fellows looking at form. My dear, form is appearance of formless. Okay? Form is not a pointer to formless. Form is formless. So do not use the logic. My boyfriend's photo in my mobile is not boyfriend. That applies logic in the world. But that logic, it doesn't apply to the God. Ishvara.
Okay, Guruji.
So anybody else, any questions? Satyavati? Vasuki?
ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಾ.
Okay. Gayatri Rajesh, any questions?
Hari Om Guruji, no question Guruji, clear.
Is it clear? Because I am trying to picture Dana and Bhakti. Because people think Bhakti is something, Dana is something. They are not something. They are same thing.
ಗುರುಜಿ,
Yes.
ಗುರುಜಿ, ನಾಟ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ನಾಟ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Mithya means simple. The Mithya are not real. The English meaning of Mithya are not real. it's a temporary appearance. Okay. I'll give you an example. Okay. Vasuki, when she goes in front of her children, she becomes the mother. Mother is a temporary appearance. When goes to husband and husband, she becomes the wife. Wife is temporary appearance. Wife and mother are called Mithya, but Satya is the Vasuki, no, who is playing the role wrong.
Guruji.
Right?
But until she plays the role, she has to play the role sincerely. That form has to be given the importance.
When you play the role of a mother, okay, there is somebody called Vasuki. Let's say a woman called Vasuki. She plays the role of a mother. The child calls her mother. When she goes to the husband, she becomes the wife. Right? But wife and Vasuki, wife and person you can separate out. It is same Vasuki who is appearing as mother, same Vasuki who is appearing as wife, right?
Yes, Guruji.
Right? But who is Vasuki? Neither mother nor wife. So, who is reality? Neti Neti. But who is appearing is Iti Iti.
So what one should recognize with?
See,
The iti.
you have to recognize reality which is Neti Neti Neti. Not this, not this, not this, not any form. But after recognizing Neti Neti Neti, everything is Iti Iti Iti. Everything is form, that only. Understand? But otherwise, what will happen? You're starting reality is only small something, limited thing. First, you recognize Neti Neti, not this, not this, not this. Then what reality is there? Then everything is the iti, iti, iti. There's no separation between the iti, iti, iti and neti, neti, neti at that time. So that's why Sarvam Khalu Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi. To start with Brahma Satya, Jagat Mithya. After realization, Brahman and Jagat. Jagat is Brahman only.
So both is very important, Guruji. Both realizations are very important.
That's why I say, no, Atma Darshanam, Satya, Brahma, Atma Darshanam, Brahma Darshanam, Satya Darshanam. That's why I always repeatedly say Atma, the self, Brahma means the world, and Satya. Both have to be realized, complete realization. Otherwise, it will be partial realization. Are you clear?
Thank you.
Okay, we'll give a break for 15 minutes. So you'll join back at 11:45. So any questions are there on Zoom or YouTube? No? Anybody else has a question on Zoom? Mala? Okay, so we'll come back. Pubalan, any questions? Pubalan or Komari? Okay, so yes, Pubalan will join back in another 15 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
11:45. Hari Om. Duality is not at all there.
For darkness, light is not there. For light, darkness is not.
Guruji, duality is not there or dualism is not there?
Duality is not there. Dualism is no problem, no.
So
Duality is
there are
no
two things,
problem.
darkness and light. No, there's only one thing.
So is she asking about
Absence and
duality or
presence.
dualism?
Huh?
Is she asking about
See, now
duality or dualism?
people have become expert in splitting the words. Hair splitting. No, he has no hairs to split also. Okay, that's a different problem. That already is taken care by Uma.
Light is there.
Okay, let us continue. We'll start. Let's go. So next question is, what do you think? We are giving so much importance to thinking in life, right? Thinking is very important. No? Thinking is the least important thing in life. But we give so much importance to thinking. Thinking is not at all related to life at all. But our whole life is centered around thinking.
But it is a part of life, Guruji.
Thinking is not a part of life at all.
Le-
When you think, you are missing life.
That is right. What actually is happening is that is one.
What actually is happening is, when you think, you miss life. When you don't think, life is there.
Yeah, definitely.
Thinking is always about past or future, and life is always in present moment.
Present.
If you think, you are missing life. If you are living life, you are missing thinking. What a paradox of life. And we have converted our whole life into thinking process. We don't have inkling of the problems created by thinking. Thinking is always about future and past. Life is always present moment. If you think, you'll miss the life. If you live the life, you'll miss the thinking. Choose.
Second option.
But then your next question is, how do I live? Because you're so accustomed to thinking. So what do you think? Right? What you think is important in life. Because what you think you'll become. Yad bhavayati tad bhavati. Whatever you think you become. Now, for a moment, just give a thought. What do you think about yourself? All of us have a thought, all of us have a base background, no? Thinking about ourselves. Correct? I mean, if you don't know, I'll tell you exactly what you think. Constantly, what you think, we become that. Correct? Yat bhavayati, tad bhavati. Is it clear? What you're thinking is creating the life which will happen to you.
Programming.
It's a programming. Your thinking is a program. What are you thinking about yourself? What do you think about the world? Is the question clear? So, let me give you ABCD choices. You choose. I am a seeker. So, you'll be perpetually a seeker in the life. You are creating a seeker identity. I am a man. You are creating man identity, perpetuating man identity. I am a woman. You are creating perpetuating woman identity. I am miserable in life. You are creating miserable identity. Whatever you think, blessing. So be it. Tatastu. You are thinking because your reality in life. I am suffering in life. So be it. Tatastu.
Really, consciously I can say I'm Brahman, but subconscious is what universe knows, right?
Consciously, I can say I am Brahman. Subconsciously, no, universe knows.
Yeah, I can fake it.
You cannot fake it.
I can fake it. That is the universe.
Subconsciously, I feel consciously after listening to all Vedanta, I know I'm Brahman. But subconsciously, I feel still I'm a woman. That's what I'm saying. What you feel, what you think is reality. That reality has to be corrected with jnana. See, consciously, all of this, you uttered a couple of Vedanta lectures, very clear. I am Brahman consciously. But subconsciously, I'm the same old woman, same old man, same suffering person, same lady, good old lady, good old man, right? Because subconscious is a storehouse of impressions. That correction is required. That's called Chitta Shuddhi. Otherwise, any intelligent person, any smart person, listening to a couple of Vedanta lectures, we can confidently say, I am Brahman. But deep inside, there's a Purva Pakshi. Immediately, lawyer is there inside. How can he be Brahman? I will come back. So your mind is actually a good friend of you. It will never allow you to go in the wrong way. It will come back. You say you're Brahman. How can you be a Brahman? It will say. Ultimately, you have to answer your mind. That's called Nididhyasa. You have to satisfy your mind. Yes, I am Brahman. Then subconscious also gets settled down. Otherwise, subconscious will keep on projecting.
Who are you to ask me?
Who are you to ask me? So, basically, Vedanta has Shravana, listening, and Manana, contemplation. Shravana and Manana happens to with respect to Satsanga and Sadguru. Nididhyasa happens to your inner consciousness, inner Guru. Okay? The mind will come back and say, oh, you are saying Brahman. Are you? Will get angry. See, you got angry. You are not Brahman. Ultimately, the test is coming from within. That's called inner Guru.
And there could be outer people, no?
No, I'm saying all outer people you leave. Finally, you sit in the room. At least in my room, I am Brahman. Okay. Nobody is that object. No, in your room, close all the doors. There's no wife to object, no husband to object. You are Brahman. Okay, I am Brahman. Suddenly, mind will come back and say, are you really Brahman? Yesterday you got angry. The other day you are foolish. So how can you be Brahman? The mind will question.
No, when you step out of the room also, you'll be.
Step out of the room, there are 100 people will catch you. Ultimately, you have to satisfy yourself. You are Brahman. Your inner, what I call the inner subconscious mind also. That's what it's called Nididhyasa. Are you ready to? Are you able to satisfy that guy? He is very, very sharp. Okay, that's why Purva Pakshi in Sanskrit is nothing but your mind. Purva Pakshi in Vedanta, right? Purva Pakshi will come and ask very intelligent questions. Okay, Vedanta has a Siddhanti who teaches Vedanta, and Purva Pakshi will ask very intelligent questions, very subtle questions to catch this fellow. Siddhanti has to answer all those things to escape that Purva Pakshi's doubt. Now Purva Pakshi becomes your mind. Siddhanti becomes your conscious mind. Are you able to answer your Siddha, Purva Pakshi? Then you will become very, very peaceful. Your mind becomes devil's advocate. Your conscious mind becomes guru's advocate.
There are two lawyers to deal with.
Two lawyers to deal with. So finally, when you are able to settle the dispute between them, okay, then the judge is Sakshi, Atma. Okay, my lord, Purva Pakshi is defeated. Then my lord says, okay, you are Brahman now. The greatest fight happens inside the Mahabharata. That's what I'm talking Bhagavad Gita, inner Mahabharata.
Our conscious mind has to withdraw and say, I don't care, I don't want to convince you, I will be Sakshi.
No, that won't work because the next moment it will come back. So, what do you think is?
Pakshi is like Rakta Bijasara. You satisfy one question, there are 1 lakh questions waiting.
There's only one question. Who am I? Okay. So there is a saying, Yad bhavayati tad bhavati. So there is a, what you call Brahmara Kitanaya. Brahmara is a bee, Kita is a insect. So a bee catches hold of insect and puts it in a nest for feeding it to its kids. The insect is so worried, so tensed up about the Brahmara, it will constantly think of Brahmara. And one day it starts flying like Brahmara and flies away. Whatever you think, you become that. Yad bhavati tad bhavati. It's called Brahmara Kitanaya. Right? Now, please ask yourself, what are you constantly thinking in your life? That's what you will become. You have to be genuine to yourself. What is constantly in the back of your mind, you may in the conscious. Outside you may have some consciousness. Outside you may deal with something, but that back of your mind, always consciously something is there.
Yes.
Yes. That's what you will become.
What is the way to do it?
That at the background of me, your God should be there. That's what is Jan Mukti. That's what liberation is. At the background of your mind, consciously, in the background processing, always you are thinking of something. Something important will be there. Right? Some point of time, the boy is constantly thinking of the girl. Girl is constantly thinking of the boy at some age. Or boy is constantly thinking of job. Or boy and girl are getting married. They're constantly thinking of children. Some problem or something requires our attention in the background of mind all the time. So that what you are thinking, what is your background of mind has to dissolve. What should be there is Sakshi, Atma, Brahman should be there. At the background of your mind all the time. Is it there? No place is there. Yad bhavati tad bhavati. That's why I met you two people about 40 years back in my last company, right? I remember one incident. I learned one incident from your, actually my first lesson came from you people. Okay, first lesson spirituality. They were newly married. Okay, you got married much earlier than me. And we went in a picnic. Other people were there in company. They were making fun of these two people. They don't remember. I remember. It remembered very sharply in my mind. They're making, see them, how different they look. After 25 years, they'll look alike, they'll say. Okay? After 25 years later, both faces will look alike. See how young they are now? They are different. But they actually got married just a month back. They were coming. This girl was looking very young. That person is very young. Both are energetic and both are looking very different. One person was making fun of them. Now these people are like this. See, after 15, 25 years, they look alike. I understood my first principle of life. Whatever you think, you'll become like that. After marriage, husband will constantly think of wife. See, whatever you're afraid of, you have to constantly think, no. See, you may not think what you love most, but what you are afraid, you constantly think. And wife will constantly think of husband.
ಇದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಗುರು ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು.
After 25 years, what will happen? Both husbands constantly they are thinking in the background. No, I'm thinking Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Rama, Rama, Rama. In the background, husband. Rama, Rama, Rama. In the background, wife. What you speak is not God. What you speak, God is what is there in your feeling. What is your background of the mind? Is it there? Is there a place for God there? Chanting japa, Rama, 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 Rama. You can keep on chanting. Okay. Inside, every Rama, the husband will come. Every Rama, the kid will come. Every Rama, wife will come. Or every Rama, job will come. Or money will come. The background processing is what you are speaking of, not forward processing. Not what is conscious mind, what is subconscious mind, what is coming up again and again is what is correction required. That's called Chitta Shuddhi. Be true to yourself. What's happening in your life? Constantly what is there in the background? That is called chitta. Right? No, constantly background. I study Vedanta, I've studied all Upanishads. I'm very, very clear, I'm Brahman. Inside wife will come. Are you really? Inside subconscious, the Brahman will come. Immediately, no, I'm Brahman because of Vedantic teaching. But are you really? The background processing is wife, not Brahman.
Brahman is there in gaps.
Brahman is there in gaps. Even if the gaps also okay. But the background continuous processing we are speaking of real. That's called chitta. Are we clear? If not husband or wife or not children, somebody else. Or it may be job, or it may be money, or it may be cricket match, or it may be politics. Something will be there. There is no place for God at all. Understand? Still, I want God. What God you are asking for? The one who says God is conscious mind, one is subconsciously, another God is coming up. The husband God, wife God, children God, money God, business God. How many gods can be there? You tell me. Huh? It's a good damn word. God damn word. So what is your background of your mind? We are speaking of as chitta. That should be required. Consciously, I have attended 10,000 hours of satsang. Fine. Consciously, I have understood I am Brahman only. Consciously, I have understood Brahman only is there. But deep inside, there is something else is there. Are you getting what I'm saying? So, from you two people, when I was very young, I learned first lesson. You two people are my colleagues. You was my colleague. Somebody told, after 25 years of marriage, these people two face will look. Now I remember that. Now I'm looking at your face and I know exactly, I remember same thing. The way you smile, the way your face expressions are there, exactly like. Because husband will constantly think of wife, wife will think of constantly husband. If both think of God, both will be liberated by this time. This is life. That's why wife is life. Right? You become what you think. Be careful about what you think. Yad DAY8 tad bhavati. This is the principle of Vedanta. That's what we are teaching in this Chitta Shuddhi class. So, you go to a kid's room. Okay? There'll be a lot of photos. Because kid is a budding batsman. His room will be full of photos of cricket heroes. Right? Whatever I am fond of, I want to bring it in my environment, room. A film actress will have all the film actors in the room, photos. Because constantly I want to remind that. I want to become like that. This is the principle of yad DAY8 tad bhavati. Whatever you think, you become that. Now what? Go to your puja room. Okay? Let us go to your puja room. Right? All of our puja room. What is there? Your puja room is what you want to become. Some puja room you go, total confusion. You don't know what is there. Every God's photo is there. Because if this God's photo is there, this God's photo is not, what will happen? If this God's photo is there, this God's photo. That's why the puja room will be crowded with gods. Understand? What is your puja room? They are not images. Every photo is God only. But do you have the clarity? The questions, you have the clarity. Right? So what you put in your house, the moment you walk into some house, right, you'll get a predominant feeling. Okay? That house will have certain value system. There's certain aspiration. That aspiration is represented in puja room or in the dining, in the living room. That aspiration is represented. What is the predominant picture, image, sculpture is there? Tells something about the aspiration of family or individual. Right? Somebody was on spiritual realization path. Go to his puja room, what he'll see? A yogi will see one yogi's photo. All of the photos will go to background. A person on the path of spiritual inquiry, self-enquiry, will have his guru's photo. The mind is decluttered now. The focus is very clear in life. What you think, you'll become that. Constantly. And what you think is representing the way your room is, where your life is centered around. Because your house is your expression. Your puja room is your aspiration. So, what happens? Our mind has 10,000 thoughts. 60,000 thoughts. Correction, my lord. 60,000 plus thoughts. All random thoughts. And all thoughts are coming from one identity. So that's why people take up japa. Japa means chanting. So constantly by chanting, they want to reduce the number of thoughts in the mind to a single thought. God's name. Rama, Krishna, whatever God's name. They want to reduce the thought processing to instead of multiple thoughts, one thought of God. That's what it's called. Japa is all about. The puja is all about offering and respecting what is valuable to you. So our puja or aspiration or japa is what you want to become in life. Yad bhaveti tad bhavati. If you want to get a mukti, then dana is the way. If you want to constantly think of God, whichever aspect of God, japa. The puja is not a ritual. Puja is how you are connecting to your aspiration to become God. All of us aspire to become God. Deep inside. God means divine. Divine qualities you want to develop in your life. That's what is your puja. Is puja a ritual in your life? A mechanical process? Or is a puja a conscious process by which I am developing the divine qualities? Yad bhavaite tad bhavati. Whatever God, Ishtadevata you are having in your life, is that quality coming in your life? Yad bhavaite tad bhavati. The quality of Ishtadevata is reflecting in your life? Is it happening? So that is called puja. Puja is not flowers you put. Puja is not light you light. Puja is not arti you do. Puja is the divine quality of your Ishtadevata, Devata which you are worshipping, that starts manifesting in your life. That's called puja. Now look at yourself. So there are various ways in Sanatana Dharma. Many ways Sanatana Dharma is finding an expression to aspiration to expression to become divine. One is called yoga, Ashtanga yoga, tantra. Tantra is your body becomes a vehicle. Bharatanatyam, dance, music, all of these are there to take you closer to God. So we have found n number of ways. Dance, Bharatanatyam, yoga, tantra, japa, yajna. All these things are to connect to the divinity so that we develop the divinity within us. Yad bhaveti tad bhavati. Whatever you think, you become that. Whatever you think, your life becomes that. It becomes the expression of that. This is called puja. We mistake the puja because somebody is putting flowers, somebody is putting a nama or a dress. They're external. Internally, the puja is actually transforming you within. The qualities of the divine is manifesting in you. That is the real puja. Yad bhavaiti tad bhavati. Whatever you think, you become that. Is that happening in your life? Then you are doing puja. Otherwise, you're doing a ritual, mechanical. So let us do a meditation. Yad bhavayati tad bhavati. Whatever I think, I become that. Constantly, we have a deeper aspiration. Constantly, at the background of our mind, something is going on. That's called chitta, subconscious impressions. Conscious mind can do something, keep on doing something. But background, always your subconscious impression is there, which is running our life. It's like driving a car. Consciously, I'm driving the car. Consciously, when I'm driving the car, my mind can wander here and there. But at the background, my car is being driven in an automatic way. Because subconscious programming is running the vehicle. I don't have to think about it. Similarly, all of us have a subconscious program. That's called chitta vritti, deep-rooted impressions. It comes from the deep-rooted identity. I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm a husband, I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm a businessman, I'm a suffering person in life, I'm a successful person in life. So various identities are going in the background. Consciously, through Vedanta teaching, we can understand I am Brahman, I am pure consciousness. But the subconscious impressions is called chitta, can conflict with our conscious understanding of life. Subconscious impressions are always related to past or future, projection of future. We have to develop the clarity consciously, and that subconscious identity has to be transformed. So this happens. This is actually called chitta shuddhi, or purification of the mind. Purification of the deep-rooted impressions in the mind. How can you do that? What we have aspirations in mind, that becomes our deity. The deity we worship with a deep conviction, deep faith, becomes our deepest impression. The faith in the deity is called bhakti, devotion. Devotion transforms our life. Yad bhavayati tad bhavati. Whatever we constantly think, we become that. What inspires our life? What motivates our life? What divine qualities motivates our life becomes our aspiration, becomes our inspiration, becomes our impression. From human being to divine being is the journey of puja, offering. In puja, we think we are offering flower, we think we are offering coconut, we think we are offering naivedyam. In reality, in puja, we are offering our own subconscious impressions. And what we receive from God is the divine qualities. That's what is called puja. This is called meditation or upasana. Now just become aware of what is your deep-rooted impression. They understand that everything in my life is God. The consciousness which is functioning through my body, mind, intellect. One who hears through ears is consciousness, God. One who sees through the eyes is consciousness, God. One who speaks through the tongue is consciousness, God. One who functions through the body-mind complex, the heartbeat, breathing, lungs, everything is God. This body is the instrument of divine. God only functions through this body-mind complex. Then constantly we think of God as our innermost reality. God as the reality of everybody. Our mind becomes pure, silent. That's called Chitta Shuddhi. God is my soul support. God is my soul sustainer. God is my breath. Ishvara is my breath. Ishvara is my life. Ishvara, God only functions through this body-mind complex. Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamuduchyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nanu Nanembudu Nanalla Ideha Manabuddhi Nanalla Sachidanandatma Shivanannani Shivoham 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 Atma Darshanam Brahma Darshanam Brahma Darshanam Satya Darshanam Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi Pratyak Jyotihi Paratpara Jyotireva Jyotihi Swayam Jyotihi Atma Jyotihi Shivosmiham Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Very simple way. All our impressions we offer it to Bhagavan. He will take care. The responsibility is not on us. The God will take care. Surrender to God. Surrender to impressions. Chitta Shuddhi will by itself. Chitta Shuddhi, subconscious impression happen when you offer your predominant thought process to Lord, Ishvara. He will take care. The mind will become silent and empty. Offer your all turmoil, all your suffering at the feet of the God. The God, Ishvara, will take care. In fact, our entire life is functioning of the God, Ishvara. Whatever disturbances are there, whatever impurities are there, Chitta Shuddha, Chitta, you offer it to Ishvara, Bhagavan. Pray for freedom from these impressions. Think of God constantly. mind will become free from all the subconscious impressions, chitta shuddhi. Yad bhavayati tad bhavati. Slowly open your eyes. Anybody has a question on Zoom?
Guruji,
Yes.
God is only answered to all of our problems now. He answered us.
What is that? Answered?
Means through you, God only answered. You are the
Yeah, yeah.
root of God.
Right. See, Manasa, our mind has a conscious part and subconscious part.
Yes.
So whatever you understood consciously has to go into subconscious gradually, seep in.
Okay.
There should be a continuous integrated personality, right?
Yes.
So our subconscious mind has always holding on to some identity, some suffering constantly. That we have to let go. We don't have to let go or struggle with that. We have to understand how to offer it to God and seek the blessing, grace. The life will be transformed. That's called puja.
Okay, Guruji, understood.
Yeah. So, anybody else any questions?
ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಒಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವ ಆಗಿದೆ ನನಗೆ. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮತ್ತೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿಂದ, if I talk to somebody or address to somebody, I use Guruji. Instead of calling a doctor, I was calling somebody Guruji. I used to that.
Very good.
Actually, doctor asked me, why are you calling me Guruji? Oh, sorry, Guruji. Again, I said sorry, Guruji. Instead of telling doctor, I said sorry, Guruji. That has actually, it has gone into my subconscious.
Very good. So seeing Guru everywhere.
Yeah.
So, yes, Vasudha, Sriranjini, any questions? Okay, Pubalan.
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
Okay.
Guruji,
I
no
have
question.
a question.
Okay, Gayatri, yes, go ahead.
So sometimes unconsciously something from my subconscious mind keeps talking to me or answering to me, something like that. So is that what is that then? What do we call that?
I'm not clear about the question. What is the question?
Sometimes we feel that something from our subconscious mind is like talking to us, or we are able to something we are doing. Suddenly we feel that thought comes. Okay, no, let us do this. No, this is not going right, or something. What is that?
I'm saying always, the conscious mind and subconscious mind work together to function in the world, right? Sometimes the feeling comes, oh, this is not okay. Sometimes this feeling comes, this is okay. Like that, the inner consciousness will speak, right? It will come out. What is subconscious will come to conscious mind, correct? No, that's what you're saying?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
yes.
That's how life is. No doubt about that, right? And it's required also. Our subconscious mind and conscious mind have to interact continuously to function in the world. Okay? But what we are speaking of is the identity which subconscious mind is speaking of. So subconscious mind can come out with identity, oh, I'm suffering in life, I'm a sufferer. And constantly thoughts of suffering will come in your life. Are you clearing? If the God is the background of your mind, so things are all right at any point of time, that thought will come in your life.
Okay.
Understand?
So the positives will come, and the negatives.
No, I'm not saying a positive. I'm not saying appropriate. I don't say positive, unnecessarily positive also. The right thing.
Okay.
More and more you will be in tune with life.
Okay.
Right? The more and more life will flow.
Okay.
You start living in the reality rather than some identity. Okay.
So for this, what we need to practice more? Do we need to do some effort, or effortlessly we will get into that?
So, if you have to drive a car, effortlessly you will drive a car, or some effort is required?
No, we will. I mean, when we are tuned to it, we will go the way.
Similarly, any change of habit pattern, any change of samskara, initially requires effort. After that, it becomes effortless.
Yes, correct.
Correct, no? See, right now what's happening is the programs are running within you. These are programs. So now you have to replace these programs with the right program, or you have to remove these programs.
Correct.
So it's like a conscious learning, something new. When you do that, newer programs will take over your life. That's called devotion, bhakti. For example, anything happen in your life, you start worrying. So new understanding of life is the God is functioning through me. So gradually that worry will go to the background, because the worrying identity will replace by God coming. God is the one who takes care.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So gradually worry will come down, stress will come down. Surrender.
Okay, thank you.
So shall we go to the next topic? Is this what do you think in your life?
Should they got one more things?
Huh?
But during meditation, we are talking, then how can we and it's the repetition of the class.
That's why I'm giving silence after some time. See, this I'm telling the process of meditation. So while meditation, I'm talking. What I'm saying is how you have to meditate offline. So in thoughts come, this conscious mind has to remember these things to make your subconscious mind silent. Meditation is the process of contemplation. Meditation, not sitting silently. I'm saying, I'm trying to reinforce you. What is meditation? Because otherwise you have a concept of meditation that's sitting silently. Meditation is sitting silently with a proper vichara. The mind becomes silent. So what the vichara has to come in the mind is what I'm trying to teach you in the meditation class. Meditation. I don't have time to do long meditation. Okay, after some time you'll come back. No, I would sit to meditation. A lot of thoughts are coming. So how to get rid of thoughts through proper vichara, I'm teaching you your meditation here. If I don't teach this, then you'll say, after come back and say, no, my thoughts are coming. So I'm telling you how to address your thoughts in meditation is what I'm teaching you.
Or I did not have thoughts, I had nice sleep.
Huh?
Or did not have thoughts, I had nice sleep.
Nice sleep. So this is the process of thinking process is required in meditation to make the mind calm. If you don't have thinking process, you try to force the mind calmness, it will not calm down. The vichara is required to become nirvichara. Thought is required to make it thoughtless. That's what I'm trying to point out to you. Otherwise, what happens? You're trying to force the mind into silence. A proper logic, proper conscious understanding of life will help you to make mind calm. So now we'll go to next topic, what is called Vedantic Upasana. There are different types of upasana, meditation. The Tantric Upasana, Tantric meditation, Yogic Upasana, Yogic meditation, Vedantic Upasana, Vedanta meditation. The different types are there. Vedanta teaches the meditation with so many, it's called Vidya. Vidya is Upasana or meditation. Vedanta teaches more than 108 type of Vidya. There are hundreds of Vidyas. At least 108 are main Vidyas in Vedanta. Whatever meditation is taught in the modern day classes is not at all related to Vedantic meditation. Observe your breath, observe your lung, observe your kidney. So that's all. There's nothing to do with Vedantic meditation. Vedantic meditation is contemplation of the reality. Vedantic meditation is not a thoughtless process. Vedantic meditation is using the thought to correct our wrong understanding of life, so that mind becomes calm. That's called Vedantic Upasana. There are so many Vedantic Upasanas are there. I'm not going to take all of them. I am taking one just to give you flavor of that. So let us understand this Vedantic Upasana. And what is the purpose of upasana? Upasana is chitta shuddhi. Karma yoga, upasana, and jnana. This is the process of Vedanta. The karma kanda rituals is to bring discipline in life. Karma yoga and upasana is to bring purification, chitta shuddhi. Preparing for jnana. Right? The upasana is a part of chitta shuddhi or purification. Correcting our understanding of life through upasana. In upasana modern language, you call it puja. Okay. Right? But it's really upasana. Upasana means upa-asana. Coming closer to God. It's called upasana. Upa means upwards. Asana means sitting. Sitting closer or coming closer to the divinity is called upasana. So after doing all the puja, is God closer to you or still far away?
Office. Or something else.
Becoming closer to God, making friendship with God is called upasana. Exactly same process. But we have converted it into a ritual. Upasana is not a ritual. Upasana is a process of connecting with the divine, making the connection. Upa means up, asana means position, taking a higher position, connecting with God is called upasana. All over going to temple, doing puja at home, mantra japa, or even chanting of Sahasranama, all of them are upasana. If you do it mechanically, it becomes vasana. Impression. Oh, I didn't do my chanting today. That's fine. It becomes a habit pattern. But it is upasana is more of a process of connecting with the divine. Is your upasana, chanting, japa, puja a mechanical process or conscious process of connecting with the higher? Then it becomes upasana. Okay. So we'll understand Vedantic upasana. There are different types of upasana. Vedantic upasana have hundreds of types. Okay. Each of them have a flavor. Each of them has a technique and each of them is deep enough to understand. We don't have time to 100 techniques. I'll just take one Vedantic upasana for you to understand, give a clarity. So now, upasana, you can think of this process. What is this process? What are you seeing? Sharpening the knife. Okay. Here, knife is nothing but the mind. The mind has to become sharp. Chitta Shuddhi means sharpening the mind. Vedanta Vichara is sharpening the intellect. Intellect is higher mind. Vijnanamaya question. Manas is lower mind. The manas becomes sharper and subtle in the process of upasana. Preparing you for Vedantic Vichara, Buddhi, Jnana. Are you able to understand the difference? The higher mind, called intellect, is purified through Atma Anatma Viveka, Nitya Nitya Viveka. The lower mind is purified through Upasana, Karma Yoga. That's why Chitta Shuddhi, the lower mind has to be purified. Jnana, Shravana Mana Nidhyasa, the purity of the heart, the clarity of the intellect. That's what I mean by that. So when the mind becomes pure, it becomes sharp, subtle. So that is the purpose of Upasana. A gross mind will still think of the gross things. The mind has to become subtle and sharper in the process of upasana. That's the purpose of your japa. That's the purpose of your karma yoga. That's the purpose of your stuti. That's the purpose of puja. Make the mind subtle and sharp so that I can understand higher truths of life. It is jnana. Otherwise, mind will be full of gross thought process. So Ramana Maharshi describes upasana like this. Repeat after me. Veda bhavanat sohamityasau bhavana bida pavani mata. So upasana is connecting to God, Ishvara. Okay. There are different types of upasana. I am separate from God. That's also upasana. But Ramana Maharshi says, Soha Mityaso means God is my own self. Soham. I and God are one. So that upasana is called Soham Upasana. That's highest. When I and God are one, that means the God is one who is running life in this whole body-mind complex. There's no me and God. That's called Soham Upasana. Of all the types of upasana, Soham Upasana. Upasana where there's no separation between the seeker and sought. That is the highest upasana. Now, Soham is upasana, but Tattvamasi is jnana. You have to understand the difference. In upasana, there's a feeling of oneness. In Tattvamasi, there's no other. So upasana involves the lower mind. Tattvamasi involves the higher mind. Jnana. Is the distinction clear? In jnana, there's no other. In upasana, God is there, I am there, but God is, I and God are one. Oneness is the focus. Ekatva bhava. Bhava is there, feeling is there. No, Tattvamasi. See, the focus in Tattvamasi, you are that. Understanding Tat and Tvam. The meaning of Tat and Tvam. A clarity emerging through Vedanta Vichara to realize oneness. It's a focused on the Viveka, discrimination.
So, understanding Tvam here and understanding Aham there are not same.
Here, we are involving our bhavana, feeling, which is lower part of the mind. So, upasana purifies our chitta, the lower mind, preparing us for jnana, higher mind.
So here I am saying I am he or he is I am.
We'll come to that, right? What is that? How is that? It will happen in upasana, I'll teach.
So this is not a jnana statement.
This is not jnana statement. This is a upasana statement. Upasana, I told you, upadhi is involved. Means upadhi means iti. It includes all conditioning. Whereas jnana is a deconditioning process. Upasana involves bhavana, the feeling and emotional part of your mind. Whereas jnana involves your rational and intellectual part of your mind. Jnana is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Upasana is Bhakti, devotion.
Here I am not I am here, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just saying.
Here I am thinking of oneness. How to think of oneness, I'm going to describe now. Right? So basically, our lower part of the mind is involved in the world. through sense organs and the mind. Yesterday, in Bhagavad Gita, I told you, the upper part of the mind is called Pandavas, or rather Panduraja, intellect, Buddhi. The lower part of it is called Manas, Dhritarashtra, blind. So it's blindly following the world. There the samskaras are stored, impressions are stored. Now to get rid of impressions, I have to develop the good samskara. The good samskara is Soham Ityasau. I am one with God. That upasana will purify the mind. So the lower part of the mind is called purity of the heart. Upper part of the mind is called clarity of the intellect. Clarity of the intellect is called Jnana Yoga. The lower part is called upasana. Are you clear? Bhakti is upasana. Right? So bhakti involves bhakta and Bhagavan. The two is involved. When the two is involved, it is called upasana. When there's no two, it's called jnana, Advaita.
It is God or God form, whereas here it is like sentences, the Vedantic statements.
The Vedanta focus is clarity, grasping the subtle truth through intellect.
No, in Vedantic Upasana, you have brought Soham.
No, Vedantic Upasana, Vedantic Jnana and Upasana, there are two parts. Jnana is Atma Vichara. Vedanta, right? Vedanta has two parts. That's why Taittiriya Upanishad, I'm going to give Upasana now. So, the Vedanta has Jnana Kanda and Upasana Kanda. Upasana Kanda is purification. Jnana Kanda is clarity. So in Jnana Kanda, you are taught Tattvamasi, you are Brahman. In Upasana Kanda, you are one with the Brahman. You and Brahman are there, but they are one. It starts with the sense of duality and integrates into oneness in Upasana. In Jnana, no oneness, no two-ness. Going to reality. Is the distinction clear? See, basically, a
So
deep.
everything is not Vedantic Upasana.
No, it is Upasana only.
Somebody does Srividya Upasana.
No, that's
not
Tantric Upasana. Srividya
That's
Upasana.
not there in Vedas.
No, that's
So
Tantric.
basically, it is in Vedas, hence it's called Vedantic Upasana.
See, Vedantic Upasana is this a part of the Upasana Kanda of Vedas.
Okay. Upasana Kanda, that Tantric Upasana.
No, Tantric Upasana Different. Tantra Upasana comes from Agamas.
This Virat Upasana, this also.
Virat Upasana is a part of the Vedanta Upasana. Virat Purusha Upasana. Okay. So Upasana or devotional practice come from different background. So here, which I am talking now in this case, is called a part of the Upasana Kanda of Vedas. How to meditate on God. Okay. So please understand what you call meditation in modern common terminology is called Upasana in Vedanta. There is real Vedantic meditation or Jnana meditation is called Nididhyasa. There's no equivalent term in English language at all. Nididhyasa, there's nothing equivalent. The only equivalent of Nididhyasa is called abiding in the self. Upasana is what's called meditation. But Upasana is not like the Upasana or meditation logic which are taught in the schools here now. Give some few hundred rupees, you'll get a meditation technique. Give 400 rupees meditation technique. No. Vedantic Upasana is tuned with the Brahmadnana, which will prepare you to Atmadnana. So now what is Srividya Upasana? Srividya Upasana is a part of Agama Shastra. That's another system. It came from Shiva.
Not part of it.
It's not a part of Vedas. It's called Agama Shastra. A separate set of scriptures again come from Sadashiva, Shiva. Then yogic meditation practice are there. It's called Yoga Shastra. It came from Shiva. Okay. So now I am focusing on Upasana Kanda of Vedas. Ramana Maharshi tells about that Upasana where Veda Bhavana Sohamityaso. Remove all the differences and say focus on oneness. Are you clear? That is called Upasana. That's the highest form of Upasana. If you keep on constantly focusing on separation or difference, then you will never be able to get that oneness. So let me ask you a question. So the simple question is, where Upasana Kanda, when one simple. I am one with God. The immediate mind will come and say, how can we one with God? God is almighty. God is all powerful. Okay? God is all knowing. You are very limited. So this objection comes. This comes from the lower part of mind. Right? That's where, even if Jnana is given, lower part of mind will keep on objecting. I am separate from God. That has to be addressed through Upasana. How can you be one with God? By focusing on the commonness between you and God, rather than differences. Difference with God is He is almighty, right? He is all powerful, okay, all pervading. So the commonness is God is all pervading. I am part of the God. Okay, I am part of the totality. I can never be separate from totality. Like wave is one with the ocean. The focus on commonness, gradually your sense of separation at the subconscious level or chitta level will reduce. Constantly focusing on separation from God will create much more deeper separation. Chitta has to be purified through Soham Upasana. Are we clear? Now, what is this Soham Upasana? Veda Bhavanat. We have always a sense of separation from Ishvara, God. What is common to Ishvara and me? Focus on that. Is there something common? Bhavana Bida Pavani Mata. That will purify. That purification is called Chitta Shuddhi. Pavani Mata. Pavani Mata, purification. This is my opinion. That means you have to focus on Ishvara as my inner self, real I. So, one simple way. If I am meditating on God, then I and God are there. If God is meditating on himself, then I and God are not there. Everything you have to replace with duality with oneness. Oh, I am meditating on God. Please come, save me. So God is separate, I am separate. God, you only are functioning through this body-mind complex. You are the one who is operating through this body-mind complex. You are the one who is meditating. Then your whole process of meditation becomes Soham Dhyana. Otherwise, I am meditating on God, it becomes Dvaita Dhyana. Are you clear? Because the moment you do Dvaita Dhyana, mind will keep on creating the rift, duality. This is the mistake we do in our puja and upasana. Upadhi remains, but like ocean remains, wave is thinking I am a part of the ocean, I am one with the ocean, rather than looking at the vastness of the ocean.
Focusing on the water within the ocean.
I am also there. No, water within the ocean is Jnana. So I am nothing but ocean rising as a wave and going back. The ocean function is myself. Ishvara function is Jiva. That's what you have to understand in Soham Dhyana. The Jiva and Ishvara sense, Jiva and sense, no, separation, sense you are starting, then how do you remove the separation sensation? So Jiva wants to become Ishvara by meditation. Instead of that, Ishvara functioning through me is through this body-mind complex of Jiva. You are shifting, like wave is thinking I am separate from ocean. But in meditation, upasana, abheda upasana, wave is thinking that ocean itself is rising as a wave. There's no wave and ocean. The Ishvara functions as Jiva. Ishvara meditates on himself in the form of, in this body-mind complex.
The wave thinks ocean is only me.
Ocean is only me. Ocean is only functioning. That I has to be replaced with Ishvara. Your understanding of I has to be replaced with Ishvara. Are you clear? Right now you are understanding I as a Jiva. I'm the body, I'm the mind, I'm the intellect, I'm suffering. In reality, the Ishvara which is functioning through body-mind complex. Ishvara is the one who sees through your eyes, hears through your ears, talks through your tongue. That dissolution, that misunderstanding has to be dissolved. So next shloka. Bhava shunyasad. Bhava stuti sustitihi. Bhavana balad. Bhaktiruttama. Let us repeat again. Bhava shunya asad. Bhava sustitihi. Bhavana balad. Bhaktiruttama. So here, abidance in pure being, transcending the thought through love intense love. We think that upasana means offering something, puja. Okay, we confuse the internal, external offering with the upasana or devotion. The devotion is Jiva and Shiva are one. Shiva alone is functioning as Jiva. That oneness meditation will make the mind silent. Bhava shunya, the mind becomes thoughtless. The intense love means there is no two. Two become one. Jiva and Ishvara. So that is called devotion. So Bhakta is there, Bhagavan is there. This is called Bheda. Abheda is Bhakta I and Bhagavan I have become one. In that oneness, Bhava Shunya, the mind will become silent. As long as the sense of separation, I want to become one with God. I want to, where are you? Where are you? Where are you, God? So you'll keep on generating thought. The I in me, the I in Ishvara is one. So that oneness has to be meditated on. That is called intense love. See, when two people love, there's no place for ego. I and you is not there. They become silent. If you are doing upasana, the mind will become silent. The lower mind. You have to hold on to a feeling. Jiva and Shiva are one in the form of I. I am Shiva. So hum. So Sri Shankara says Shankara says, Chittam chittasya shuddhaye karmaha natu vastur labdhyate. Vastur labdhaye. Chittasya shuddhaye karmaha natu vastu uparlabdhaye. That means all karma, kaya, vachika, manasika. Karma means action is for chitta shuddhi, not for vastu upalabdha. That means vastu is the Atma. So it will purify the lower mind. Atma is getting established. Atma, you need a jnana. So it will prepare you for jnana. So that physical karma is called karma yoga, nishkama karma. Mental karma is called upasana. Upasana is the mental karma. So all karma are for chitta shuddhi. That's what it clearly says. Okay, karma yoga, upasana is for chitta shuddhi. Nishkama karma, okay, karma is of two types, kamya karma and nishkama karma. Physical action and mental action are of two types. Kamya karma is used for success in life, and nishkama karma is for purification. I want to purify myself, chitta shuddhi. I want to realize Ishvara. Okay, so that is called nishkama karma. Is it selfish? No. To realize Ishvara is not selfish. No, I'm doing karma yoga for my purification. Fine, no. In your purification, you will not remain. No, finally. It's not selfish. You are offering yourself, offering your vasanas and samskaras in nishkama karma. You are offering your vasanas and samskaras in devotion, bhakti. That's called chitta shuddhi. chitta shuddhi and chitta ekagrata, then mind will become one-pointed. Okay. And chitta vishalata, mind becomes expanded, calm and peaceful. So basically, chitta shuddhi means from tamoguna to rajoguna to sattoguna. Get established in sattoguna. That's called chitta shuddhi. So going beyond gunas is called dana.
Chitta here means subconscious mind or subconscious mind?
Subconscious mind, which is the basis for the mind, no? All thoughts are rising from the mind, right? So chitta is subconscious impressions, mind. Mind becomes calm. That's why what I call as from this basically chitta shuddhi, I'll define in another way. What is another way? From tamoguna to rajoguna to sattoguna is upasana. Self-realization is gunatita, going beyond gunas, which is actually called Atma.
Ekagrata leads to chitta vishalata, which leads to chitta shuddhi.
So if we connect it to last class of Darshana, then focusing on this thing on the bindu, and then
Yeah.
the Sindhu.
No, that I'll take it as a part of energy movement. Right now, focus on the bhakti. So that bindu and sindhu will take it as a part of this thing, energy, awakening the energy. I'm taking three directions, three different paths.
Ekagrata and Vishalata are not contradictory.
No. Ekagrata means, okay, I'll tell you what is the Ekagrata and Vishalata is not contradictory. Say, here, Nishkama karma, physical, mental, and verbal actions. Verbal actions is japa, chanting, stuti. Physical actions is what we call as karma yoga. Mental action is called upasana. These three are the karma. Shankara defines this is purification of the mind. It's called chitta shuddhi because mind, chitta is the basis of the mind. Thoughts rising and falling. Ahankara and manas, they rise from the chitta. Chitta is the base of the mind. Okay. So now, what will happen if chitta is purified? Chitta ekagrata. That means, if you want to focus on topic, you can focus well. Otherwise, mind will be distracted with 10,000 thoughts. Okay. All unnecessary thoughts will come down. Ekagrata. If you don't want to have thoughts, mind will become expanded. No thoughts. Focus or relax. The mind will be able to do both. Right? Understand? Ekagrata means focus and Vishalata means relaxation. The focus and relaxation can happen very easily. Otherwise, just sit, chant God's name. Within a few minutes, mind will be going here and there. Ekagrata is not possible. Or I want to relax and become thoughtless. Ekagrata doesn't happen because Rajoguna and Tamoguna keep on disturbing. Sattoguna is to be established. So, Chitta Shuddhi I will define another way. From Tamoguna to Rajoguna to Sattoguna is Upasana. Self-realization is Gunatita. Going beyond Gunas is called Upasana. Upasana. This is the process of Upasana or Karma Yoga. Say, here I am defining Chitta Shuddhige, I have given the definition in terms of guna, right? Chitta Shuddhi means what? Purification of subconscious impressions. What is the result of that? Ekagrata, one-pointedness of mind, or Vishalata, just relaxation of mind. Both are possible for the Chitta which is purified. Correct? So that is possible when Tamoguna to Rajoguna to Sattoguna you come. If your Rajoguna is not, Tamoguna is not there, if you sit for meditation, Aham Brahmasmi, you go to sleep. Tamoguna overtakes you. Right? No, Aham Brahmasmi, immediately another thought will come. Thoughts will come and this Vikshepa will happen. Rajoguna. As you come to Sattoguna, the mind can be calmly staying on a contemplation. So Chitta Shuddhi I am defining in another way. Tamoguna to Rajoguna to Sattoguna. Are we clear? So how do you achieve Chitta Shuddhi? Chittasya Shuddhaye karma, natu vastu labdaye. Karma has to be done. Without doing karma, Chitta Shuddhi will not happen. So the karma is karma yoga. Outward action. Through body, mind, outward. Upasana means inward action. The mental action. So this is what is required for Chitta Shuddhi. Is the definition clear? Is it understood? Ultimately, what is Chitta Shuddhi? If mind is silent, Chitta is pure, you can focus on any topic without distraction now. Otherwise, mind will get distracted now. Right? And mind becomes Vishala, means calm. How do mind become Vishala, calm? When there are no distracting thoughts. Vrittis. Vrittis come from Rajoguna. So basically, it establishes a platform, a calm mind for contemplation, Atma Vichara to take place. Is this clear? The lower mind calms down, as simple as that. So that higher mind can focus on the truth. Any confusions? So here I am trying to tell you, feeling is healing. Because Chitta involves the feeling part. Chitta is very closely associated with our body. The feeling, a sense of feeling, a right feeling, heals the mind. Chitta Shuddhi. So now, when you do Upasana, definitely you have to have Upadhi. Visualization is required. Upadhi means conditions are required. But these conditions do not violate the reality. It's not imagination. It's in tune with Vedanta teaching, Sarvam Khalu the Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. In tune with the reality, when you do visualization, it will give Chitta Shuddhi. Out of tune with reality, it will give delusion. Understand? All visualizations which are taking you in the right direction of Vedantic teachings called Upasana. They take away from Vedantic Upasana, right direction. See, visualization is involved because lower mind is involved here. Feeling is involved. But this feeling and visualization should be in tune with the Vedantic teaching. Then it's called Upasana. Out of tune with Vedantic teaching will take you somewhere else. Is it clear? So then what will happen? Intellect and the lower mind will work together. Otherwise, it will happen. Lower mind will say something else you are creating in your life. Is this part understood? So what you are creating, Upasana means you are creating your life in tune with the higher values of life. That's the meaning of Upasana. So, Taittiriya Upanishad I am taking here. In Taittiriya Upanishad, there's a Panchakosha Viveka is there. Okay? But Panchakosha Viveka starts with Panchakosha Upasana. You don't understand. Right? Here, Shishya, Varuni is the Shishya. He approaches his Guru. Varuni is the disciple and he approaches Guru. So Guru doesn't tell you Tattvamasi first. He doesn't give Brahmatmana first. Are you clear? So Guru starts from very gross level. He starts with the body. So Varuni, the disciple, goes and meditates. Body is Brahman. I am Brahman. At body level, I am Brahman. Then it's a gross level upasana. Then he goes to subtle upasana. Pranam Brahmeti upasita. Prana he meditates as Brahman. Visualizes. I am saying when you say meditates, visualizes as Brahman. Then Mano Brahmeti upasita. Mind is Brahman. From gross, he is going to gradually subtler and subtler and subtler. Instead of going to subtlest concept of Tattvamasi. Then Vijnanam Brahmeti upasita. Intellect or Buddhi is Brahman. Then Anandam Brahmeti upasita. Ananda is Brahman. After that, he doesn't come back. So, in this upasana, from gross, you are going to subtler and subtler and subtler. Now, what is done in this upasana? Individual is called Veshti. The totality is called Samashti. Okay? The totality is Brahman, individual is Veshti, Atman. So, individual is called Atman, I am. Totality is called Brahman. So, you are trying to see the oneness of individuality universal. At the gross level, start from the body level, then go to prana level, then go to mind level, then go to buddhi level, then go to Anandamaya Kosha level. So, this is called Panchakosha Upasana. Panchakosha Upasana also leads to Panchakosha Viveka. That is Jnana, discrimination. Atma, Anatma Viveka, Nitya Nitya Viveka. So, in this Taittiriya Upanishad, Upasana and Jnana are given together. So what are you doing here? It's easier for the mind to observe the gross first before you go to subtle. Start from the body itself because I am the body. Right? Then I am the prana, life force. Then I am the mind. Then I am the buddhi. Then I am the atma. I am the ananda. So like that he goes from gross to subtle, subtle, subtle. How it grows? As the mind becomes subtler and subtler and subtler. Suddenly, to grasp the very subtle aspect, it becomes very difficult for the mind. Understand? Go to subtler and subtler from the gross. At each level, the truth is there. The truth becomes more and more refined. It's not that new truth. So this is called Panchakosha Upasana. Annam Brahmeti Upasita. Food, Annam means gross body. Body is Brahman. Is Brahman. Then Mano Prano Brahmeti Upasita. Prana is Brahman. Life force is Brahman. That means from Annamaya Kosha, which is outermost, to Pranamaya Kosha, to Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. Subtler and subtler. It's like taking a microscope. You look at an apple, look at a banana. It appears like a gross. Look at a fruit. It becomes very gross. It's this sensor. Now you go to a little bit sharper microscope. Then you see this as atoms or molecules. Then a little bit sharper you look. Then it becomes molecules. Then a little bit sharper, it becomes energy. Like that, from gross you start with subtle and find the Brahman. Realize the Brahman. That's the meaning of Upasana. You start with Upadi, conditioning. Anna means body is a condition. From start with that, gradually you go deeper and deeper. That's called Upasana. This is called Panchakosha Upasana in Taittiriya Upanishad. There are many Upasanas. This is one example. That is actually called Dahara Vidya. Brahman is in my heart. Okay. There are Nachiketa Vidya. So there are so many types of Upasanas out there. Upasana involves Upadi, conditioning. So Jnana involves deconditioning. But Upasana prepares you for Jnana. From grosser to subtle. Now what is the grosser to subtle? Individual Veshti has to be equated with the totality. Oneness. Soham Bhava. That's called.
Saying the body is Brahman, Manomaya is Brahman, Vijnanamaya is Brahman. So this comes without Jnana, they can't do this.
So Jnana in Taittiriya Upanishad is given after this Upasana.
Why don't we accept?
I'm going to take you through the process now. No, he doesn't accept. He just takes. He doesn't even know what is Brahman. So Brahman definition, what is the Brahman? First,
either with devotion feeling or with logic.
No, I'm saying, what is Brahman according to you? He takes a Brahman as a definition of Brahman. Okay? From which all living beings are born and to which all living beings return. Eto va imani bhutani jayante. From which all the living beings are born, all living beings are go back, is called Brahman. It starts with that definition of Brahman. Varuni here. It doesn't start with Satchidananda. No, pa. My dear, every Upanishad will have many Upanishads will have Upasana Kanda and Dana Kanda.
Even this Nididhyasa, what he's doing.
It's not Nididhyasa. Nididhyasa is Atma, Anatma, Viveka is involved. Upasana involves starting from a definition, Upadi, you start from there, try to understand, try to visualize Brahman from that point. So visualization point from Varuni here, the definition of Varuni is not Satchidananda. Varuni starts from a point, Yato va imani bhutani jayante, from which all living beings are born and all living beings go back. That's called Brahman for him, first level. He starts from the first level definition of Brahman.
So what is the source according to him? No, he's not.
He starts from where he is, which is almost all of us are thinking the body is Atman. From that he starts. Okay. So in this process, Guru takes him step by step through Upasana to purification of the mind. And Dana also comes. How that comes, we'll find out. So
direct Brahman. He's doing Upasana directly on Brahman only.
No, pa. Not confused now. The Brahman, when you say Brahman, okay, formless, Nirakara Nirguna is Brahman. Okay. But Brahman also appears in the world, no? Brahman also appears in the body, no? The water appears as a wave, water appears as a bubble. Correct?
So this is not Aham Brahmasmi.
Water appears as a wave, water appears as a bubble. In Jnana process, what we say straight away go, water is not wave, water is not bubble, water is formless reality. That's called Jnana. Neti neti. Right? Here he starts iti iti. Upasana means iti iti, I have told earlier. So he starts from where is Brahman. Okay. Now Brahman, here the definition of Brahman is from which everything rises and falls back. That is where he starts as Brahman. So he includes wave has a name and form. So the name and form he starts taking as Brahman first. Because wave is also Brahman.
So iti doesn't come under Jnana Kanda. Only Neti
Iti comes under Upasana Kanda.
Neti alone comes under Jnana.
Neti comes from Jnana Kanda. Okay. So here he starts with Upasana. Upasana, I told you, Upadi or conditioning is involved. Annam Brahmeti. Anna means matter. Matter is Brahman. He says matter is Brahman. First level. Correct? From there he starts. Because we have to start from where we are. Okay. When you say Aham Brahmasmi, you can go to Neti Neti. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. Or my body is Brahman. You can start from there. Where Upadi is included. My body is Brahman. From that point.
So everything has two approaches. Like from this side and this side. Neti Neti and Iti.
Iti Iti approach will take you to purity of the mind. Then Neti Neti can be applied to clarity. Upasana prepares you for Jnana. That's how it is. You cannot interchange. Upasana in Upadi, conditioning have differences. The differences I'm trying to gradually eliminate by focusing on the oneness. Oneness of Vyashti and Samashti. Individual and universal. Understand? In that process, gradually, my mind calms down. Chitta Shuddhi happens. That's called Upasana. Is this understood? How to do it, I'll guide you through meditation. So I'll take you through meditation. It's called upasana, panchakosha upasana. Questions? So there's a question in YouTube. Who is asking? GR. GR is asking. GR in YouTube is asking. Bhagavan Uvacha. Ishvara Uvacha.
No, before that.
Before that is another message.
Where is the question?
It's the screen.
Prabhuji, Pranam, GR. In Vishnu Sahasranama at the end, there are 3 Uvacha references. Okay. Bhagavan Uvacha, Ishvara Uvacha, and Brahma Uvacha. How does one contemplate on different states? Is this akin to Saguna Sakara, to Saguna Nirakara, to Nirguna Nirakara states? See this Saguna, Nirguna, Nirakara. Ishvara, when you speak of Ishvara, is the causal state. Ishvara is the causal state. Hiranyagarbha is subtle state, and Virat is gross state. And Parabrahma is beyond. So there is a Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma or Parabrahma. Now, are they different? They are not different. Nirguna Nirakara is appearing as Saguna Sakara. Ishvara Uvacha is the causal state. Brahma Uvacha is the creator, is the subtle state. So this is Brahma Uvacha, we have taken as a subtle mind of the subtle cosmic mind. Ishvara as the causal state of the universe. So I don't understand what is Saguna Sakara and Saguna Nirakara to Nirguna Nirakara. Okay, so Ishvara and Brahmaji both represent. Brahmaji is Saguna Sakara. Ishvara is Saguna Nirakara because it's causal state. And Parabrahma is Nirguna Nirakara. If I am understanding the terminology properly, your question is, what is Saguna Sakara? What is Nirguna Sakara? What is Saguna Nirakara? Or is Nirguna Nirakara? Ishvara is the causal state. In the causal state, there is no akara, form. But it's Saguna. Its manifest reality is called Saguna Sakara. Saguna Nirakara. Brahmaji is manifest reality, creator. Hiranyagarbha or subtle body. So it is called Saguna Sakara. Ishvara is Saguna Nirakara. Parabrahma is Saguna Nirguna Nirakara. So these 3, my understanding of teaching. So when we say Brahma Uvacha, subtle manifest reality, Saguna Sakara is contemplating, and Saguna Nirakara, Ishvara, is replying. That's my understanding. GR. Okay. To take some liberty on a lighter note, if the fiancé is liberated one, the picture of fiancé would be fiancé Brahman. So he's making a, so on the lighter side, he's saying the fiancé is liberated. So then
Fiancé is Brahman.
Fiancé is liberated fiancé would be fiancé Brahman.
Then the photo is also Brahman.
Because
So
it's
then
not a pointer anymore.
There's no more pointer. The photo is not a pointer. Photo is Brahman. Okay, thank you, Jia. So anybody else has a question on Zoom? Vasudha Hegde, Shaila, Sriranjini, Manasa Bhatt. Anybody questions? Pubalan, Vipin.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ವರಿ ಗಾಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಅಂತ, ಅದು ಆ ಶರಣಾಗತಿಯನ್ನ ತುಂಬಾ ಅದು ವರಿನೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ
Worry has to be replaced with Hari.
ಹರಿ. ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು, ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅದು.
Worry and replace with the Hari. Okay.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೂರ್ವ ಪಕ್ಷಿದು ಅದು ಲಾಯರ್ ನಾವೇ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ ಹೇಳೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ.
ಬಿಗ್ ಲಾಯರ್ ನಾವು ಮೈಂಡಿಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಲಾಯರ್ ಇದೇನಪ್ಪ.
ನಾವೇ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದನೇ
ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ
ಎಸ್ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಹೌದು
ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ದೇರ್ ನೋ
ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ದೇರ್. ಎಸ್ ಗುರುಜಿ, ತುಂಬಾ.
ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟು ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್. So Varuni in Taittiriya Upanishad approaches his father. I want to realize Brahman. Varun doesn't say immediately to him, Tattvamasi, you are Brahman. He doesn't give him Jnana immediately. He tells him, Yato va imani bhutani jayante. That means, from which all living beings are born, to which all living beings return, is Brahman. Very simple definition of Brahman. From which all living beings are born, to which all living beings return, all living beings. Correct? So that is called Brahman. So Varuni is a smart kid. He starts from the point. He goes and meditates. From which all living beings are born, and from which all living beings are returned. Obviously, it is matter. So all living beings are coming from 5 elements, matter, and all living beings go to 5 elements, matter. So he starts from there. Understand? Very simple definition of Brahman. No complications. So he says, I am Brahman. My body is Brahman. Because my body is made of 5 elements. Anna means matter. So my body is made up of matter called 5 elements. And the whole world is called a matter of 5 elements. And all living beings are made up of matter. They are born from matter. They go back to matter. That's a simple. Matter is Brahman. Annam brahmeti upasita. That's all. As simple as that. Any complications here? So just now Veshti and Samashti have to be equated. One. So my body is born out of 5 elements. Matter. My body, I am born of 5 elements. Every living being is born of 5 elements. So I am one with the 5 elements. Like all wave is born in ocean. So everything is a matter only. Matter is the only reality. That's called Brahman. It starts from there. This is the approach of scientists, materialist. So now, just visualize. My body is made up of matter. And every body is made up of matter. Every body is 5 elements. As 5 elements, I am one with the all living beings. I am one with the all mountain, valley, river, sun, moon, because everything is matter only. Nothing is other than matter is there. Vyashti is one with the Samashti. I am one with the totality. Hold on to this thought. Hold on to feeling. So as Samashti, I am one with the totality. The feeling of oneness should be there. Feeling of oneness with the 5 elements. My body is made up of mud. So as mud, I am one with the earth. As mud, I am one with the mountain. There's nothing separate from me as mud. My blood is made up of water. As water, there is no separation between me and any water. well water, borewell water, tap water, ocean water, rain water. I am one with the totality. Veshti is one with the samashti. And heat, there is heat in my body. Heat is one with the fire. Heat is one with the light, sunlight, all kinds of light. I am one with the light. The breath in me is the wind. The wind in me, breath in me, is one with the breath in the totality. I cannot separate out breath in me from the breath in the world. I am one with the breath. The space in me and space outside is one. Annam brahmeti upasita. I am the matter. Matter consists of 5 elements. As matter, there is no separation between me and anybody. I am one with everybody. Aham brahmasmi. As matter. Take your attention to Adna or Sahasrara. Hold the thought. I am one with everything. Any differences? Try to eliminate the differences by understanding everything is Brahman. So now I am separate from mountain. How can I be separate from mountain? Mountain is made up of earth element. My body is also made up of earth element. That's why I am one with the mountain. I am one with the total existence. I am one with the stars. I am one with the moons. The name and form are there, but all the name and form arise and fall back into the 5 elements. Feel the oneness with the whole universe. This is called Virata Purusha Upasana also, gross level. There's nothing separate from me. Here, me is the matter. Me is the 5 elements. Annam brahmeti upasita. You don't have to chant, just mentally understand. Food is Brahman. Food here means matter. As matter, I am one with the universe. This is called Virat Purusha, the cosmos. I am one with the cosmos. I am one with the star. I am one with the moon as Anna. Food. All living beings are born from Anna. Anna means Panchabhutas, matter. That's why I am Brahman as body, as 5 elements. I am not separate from anybody. Everything is connected as 5 elements. Prano brahmeti upasita. The prana or life force is Brahman. My body is alive because of prana, life force. Prana is subtler than the matter. Prana is the energy. Energy only is appearing as matter. Everything in the universe, what you call as matter, is nothing but vibrating energy. Five elements are coming out of energy, appearance of energy. Prano brahmeti upasita. Life force is Brahman. The life force is as Brahman is present in all living beings. I am living, ant is living, elephant is living, all living beings. The prana is Brahman. All living beings are born with prana. If there's no prana, living beings are not born. And the prana lives, all living beings die. So living beings are born from prana. Yato va imani bhutani jayante. From which all living beings are born and die is called Brahman. Prana is Brahman. I am prana, subtler than the 5 elements. The prana or life force is present in all living beings as called Sutratma. I am the Sutratma. Sutratma means prana, life force, pervading the entire universe. The matter is nothing but energy. Appearance of energy is called matter. I am the Sutratma. Vyashti is one with Samashti. Soham, Soham, Soham. Prano Brahmeti Upasita. Subtler than the prana is the mind. Prana is the subtle form of matter, 5 elements. Mind is subtle form of prana. Prana or vibration is known in the mind as thoughts. The vibration of prana in terms of sound or any other aspect, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, is known in the mind, its thoughts. Subject and object is a thought. The outer world and inner world is a thought. There are no thoughts, no world. The world of prana, the world of body and physical world, 5 elements appear and disappear when the mind is present, when the mind is functioning. Everything appears in the mind. The world is nothing but a thought in the mind. The mind is Brahman. Mano Brahmeti Upasita. In deep sleep, the mind is dormant. When the mind is awake, the body and the world appear in the mind. The body and the world is a thought in the mind. Thoughts arise and thoughts fall back. Eto va imani bhutani jayante. From which all living beings are born, all beings are born and return is Brahman. My mind is Brahman. Mano Brahmeti Upasita. Vijnanam Brahmeti Upasita. The buddhi or the intellect is subtler than the mind. Buddhi or buddhi is the knower. The world appears and disappears. It's knowledge in the buddhi. The prana appears and disappears is the knowledge in buddhi. The thoughts appear and disappear is the knowledge. Buddhi. Everything in the world appears from jnana. The presence and absence of anything in the world, body and mind and prana is known in the buddhi, is knowledge. I am the knower. Knower is Brahman. Yato va imani bhutani jayante. From which all things are born and return back is knowership, jnana. Anandam Brahmeti Upasita. When the mind is silent, when the intellect is silent, there is no doer, there is no knower, there is no enjoyer. I am Ananda. In deep sleep, I experience Ananda. Asatoma, Sadgamaya, Tamasoma, Jyotirgamaya, Mratyorma, Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi, Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamuduchyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivanannani, Shivoham, 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 Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam, Antarjyotihi, Bahirjyotihi, Pratyak Jyotihi, Paratpara, Jyotirev Jyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atma Jyotihi, Shivosmeham, Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, Lokaha Samastaha, Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. Slowly open your eyes. See, in this meditation, Veshti or individual, continue. Veshti is made one with the Samashti. What is common you are finding out? For all living beings, 5 elements are common. That's why I am Brahman. Everything rises or falls from Brahman. So what are the 5 elements? From matter, certainly is the energy. So I am the energy. So now gross matter becomes energy. So what is energy? Is nothing but thoughts in the mind. Everything rises and falls from the thoughts in the mind. Every living being. So that's why I am Brahman as mind. So then Vijnana, everything is knowledge. From everything rises and falls back as knowledge. That's why I am Brahman. Then finally everything is Ananda. In deep sleep, all living beings are in the same state. That's Ananda Swarupa. From that, everything rises and falls back. So this how from Veshti you go to Samashti. Constantly contemplate oneness. And you start from the gross, which is the body, to prana, to the mind, to the buddhi, to the ananda. So this is called Panchakosha Upasana. Anybody has a question?
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
ಹಾ, ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಗುರುಜಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ರಿಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ್ ಟು ಪಂಚಭೂತ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪಂಚಭೂತ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ವ್ಯಷ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಮಷ್ಟಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಗುರುಜಿ.
So basically what we are trying to say, there's no individual at all. It's individual part of the universe appearing and disappearing.
Guruji, yes Guruji.
So somewhere you want to hold on to Veshti. Individual I want to hold on. Somewhere, some concept, some idea, some suffering I want to hold on.
Very much Guruji.
Basically simple the teaching is there's nothing personal in life.
Thank you Guruji. Thank you.
Okay. Everything is universal. The universal is called Ishvara, which is Brahman. Anybody has a question? Are you clear? Does it give some relief or it gives pain? To understand that I'm not there. I'm not a separate part of the universe. I am there, but I'm a separate part of the universe is okay, gives more comfort. But I am there, I don't have a separate entity, I'm part of the universe is one. Somewhere discomfort is there in the mind. Or discomfort is there, or happiness is there, peace is there. Tell me.
Peace is there.
Peace is there. See, the peace is in losing yourself. Suffering is holding on to yourself, whatever you call as yourself. Yes, Manas Bhatt, Sriranjini, Satyavati, any questions? Sujaya Madam, Gayatri. Anybody want to?
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು.
This is called Upasana. Okay.
No questions, Guruji. Thank you.
Anybody has a question here? If there are no questions, we'll stop for the day. Today I wanted to take up Puranic Upasana. The Puranic Upasana in next class. So, Tantric Upasana will take it as a part of prana, kriya.